welcome to Dr. Ram's Medical Coding Academy, and I thank each one of you for being my wonderful subscriber. Today, we are going to talk about the anatomical site modifiers. So, we all know very well that modifiers plays a vital role in claim reimbursement. Today, we are going to talk about an informational modifier. More specifically, it is the anatomical site modifier. We are going to use certain modifiers that indicate the relevant body parts. For example, if a procedure is being done on the right eye, so we have got a pair of eyes, the right and the left. When a procedure is being done on the right eye, we use a modifier as RT to signify it is on the right side. Same way, we assign the modifier LT to a procedure or a service which is being done on the left side of the body, for instance, on the left eye or the left ear. Now imagine when a doctor is going to do a procedure, and this procedure is going to be a bilateral procedure. In that case, we need to assign a modifier. We call it as 50. I would quickly tell a real story which happened when I was joining a particular company. There, I was undergoing the interview phase. So the first and second rounds are pretty over, and then I was scheduled for a third round. I was there in the third round. At that time itself, I was called to address an issue in the floor of the company. Usually, people who come for interviews, like they will not be allowed to go within this company, isn't it? Because that is the operational area. So interviews are usually conducted at the outside. We don't go into the core area where operations are being conducted, in the sense the medical billing and the medical coding activities. The billing manager is on a phone. Now she is talking to a doctor, and the doctor is yelling from that side. The doctor was asking, "Your orders, Mr. Modifier." This billing manager is now asking me to go through this medical record and see if the coder has missed anything. Now, the doctor was a foot surgeon, so we call him as a podiatrist. And this doctor has done a procedure on the left side of the body, and at the same time, he does the same procedure contralaterally. The doctor mentions that the same procedure was reported contralaterally. So, you all know the medical term as contralateral. Contra meaning opposite, and lateral meaning side. So the surgeon has done the procedure on bilateral sides, so on both sides. So here the coder has actually coded for the procedure on the left side using the modifier LT, but has forgotten to report a modifier called 50, which is 50. This we usually assign for procedures that are done on both sides of the body. So what you need to know is whenever you're going to report these laterality modifiers, whether it is LT or whether it is RT, you need to understand whether we have a paired organ. So the structure must be a paired organ. For example, like eyes, like ears, like the arms, like the legs. So we have paired structures. The ribs, we have paired structures. So they are present on both sides of the body. In such cases, please don't forget to assign modifier 50 if the doctor has done the procedure or service bilaterally. Let's move on to the other modifiers. Now here we're going to talk about the usage of modifiers on the eyelids. So we all have two eyes, and each eye has got two eyelids. So we say as the right upper eyelid, the right lower eyelid, the left upper eyelid, and the left lower eyelid. So they tell me what is the name when these eyelids meet. So what is this anatomic site called where the two eyelids meet? I think you got the answer, right? It is canthus. Each eye has got a medial canthus and a lateral canthus. Now the medial canthus, we also say it as the inner canthus and the outer canthus. So canthus, it is a site where the two eyelids they meet. And medically, we can also call the eyelids as blepharon, or we say it as tarso, isn't it? So now you see in Chennai, what is going on here is medrasai. So we say it as a viral conjunctivitis, where inflammation of the conjunctiva is taking place during the season right now in Chennai. So blepharo is a medical term for eyelid, inflammation is blepharitis. Now coming back to these modifiers, since we have got two eyes, so we can use modifiers LT and RT for the eyes, but if it is a procedure on the eyelid, okay, in that case, we'll have to use a modifier accordingly. For the left upper eyelid, we indicate it as E1 and E2 is for the left lower and E3 is for right upper and E4 is for right lower. Now talking about modifiers on the hand. Now let's come to hand. So we know hand, right? So the hand we can differentiate into the anterior region and the posterior region. Now the anterior region has a palm. So we say it as a palm. Now the palm is being occupied by the metatarsal bones. So nature has given this M. I hope all of you can see this, isn't it? So we all have this alphabet M in our hand, which indirectly signify that we have the metacarpus, the palm region, and then we have got the fingers, or we can also call them as the digits. So we have got 5 fingers, isn't it? Now whenever we are going to report a procedure on a finger, then we can indicate that with modifiers. In a hand, we have this thumb, the forefinger, the middle finger, the ring finger, and the small finger, isn't it? So for each of those fingers, we have modifiers. Say for example, for left thumb, we are using a modifier called as FA. FA is being used for the left thumb, and you don't have to memorize things, it is very easy. From the left second finger onwards, now you can use it as F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6, F7, F8, F9. So all these finger modifiers, I hope you would have learned now. I hope this is easy for you all to learn the finger modifiers. Just the left thumb alone will carry as FA, and all the other fingers will carry the alphabet F and then 1, 2 or 3 accordingly. For the right thumb, we use a modifier as F5. As we have modifiers for the fingers, now same way we also have modifiers for the toes. So we have got a great toe, isn't it? On the left side, we have got a left great toe, which is a hallux. So we say it as a left hallux, or the left great toe, or the left big toe. Now you see here, for the left great toe, we use a modifier as TA. And then you can assign modifiers like T1, T2, T3, T4 and up to T9. How do you remember this? I will just give you a small clue. See here. For left thumb, now think of the word falt, F-A-L-T. So FA is for left thumb. Same way, now think of talt, T-A-L-T. So which is TA is for left thumb. Now I request you to answer these questions here. Now, if a procedure is being done, say for example, it's a right upper blepharoplasty. Now, blepharo means eyelid and plasty means repair. So, there's a repair on the eyelid. Now, which modifier will you assign? Same way, a procedure is being done on the right forefinger. Now, how are you going to report the modifier? So, how do you use it? So, please post your answers in the comment section and I will see you in the next session. Thank you very much for being a part of this session.